Ano ang tingin nila sa atin? Ano?
May tibak at may tibak.
May nagtitibak-tibakan.
May tibak at may tibak.
Depende sa tibak.
May tibak at may tibak.
Ang gusto kong tibak.
Tula-dula as an art form became popular in the 70s during Marcos's regime, when revolutionary organizations such as Kabataang Makabayan and League of Filipino Students went underground due to the fact that martial law had declared all organizations, with the exception of fraternities and sororities, as illegal. Tula-dula became a channel for people to express their views and sentiments, and a way for the masses' voice to be heard by the government, through theater, by stripping theater to its most basic elements, narrative and action. A tula-dula performance consists of movers or actors and readers who narrate the story, because back then, narrative poems were being used as materials for the plays. With the elements of theater that were used in tula-dula stripped to its most basic form, the performers, both movers and readers, would usually wear casual clothing, like plain-colored t-shirts and jeans. The performers did not bring props, so that they could easily move and would have no difficulty leaving when dispersals would happen during rallies, especially during the time of martial law. Tula-dula gives its artists and performers from UP Rep opportunities to send messages about socially relevant issues that they feel should be relayed to people who need to know about what the university and the country are experiencing. UP Rep's goal is to teach UP students to be critical and not be passive about the issues concerning the university and the country, especially because they will eventually have a role to play in any reformations or changes. A role to end the problems that are riddling the country and to end oppression. The org wants to show its audience that they too are students, and that they go through the same hardships that the masses undergo, because the plight of the students is not detached from the plight of the masses. They want to show students that to be passive or neutral about these issues is still considered as siding with the oppressor, because they are not doing anything to change the culture of oppression. For their audience to become critical and to be aware of the situation of the university and the country is the aim of the UP Repertory Company, through their tula-dulas, through their art.
Strike! Not strike one strike! Not strike one strike! Not strike one strike! Di napigilan!
Pinapagpugay sa mga bagong iskola ng bayan, inihandog ng UP Repertory Company sa tula-dulang pinamagandang pagpapiligo.
Ten 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 Atribida!
The Tula-dula performed by the UP Repertory Company entitled Ang Kagilagilalas na Pakipagsapalaran ng Eskolar ng Bayan is an adaptation from Pete Lacabas' Kagilagilalas na Pakipagsapalaran ni Juan de la Cruz. It is a modernized version of the original piece by Lacaba. The play follows the life of a probinsyano from Laguna and the transition of his life from rural to modern, moving to a big city, moving to UP Diliman after having passed the UPCAT, and he discovers what it really means to be an eskolar ng bayan. It was first staged during 1976, around the time that the musical Eskolar ng Bayan was being performed. Since then, the Tula-dula, ang kagilagilalas na pakikipagsapalaran ng eskolar ng bayan, has been presented by the UP Repertory Company in numerous occasions, especially during freshman orientations.
Kaya kumarito sa takbo sa computer shop ay dumiretso. Nang nete kanyang buksan, kabog ng dibdib ay hindi may pigilan. Jugay! Jugay!
Wala talaga, bes.
Unti-unti, nag-scroll sa listahan at hinanap ang kanyang pangalan. At sa wakas, nasa UP Diliman na nga ang ating bida.
Ay,
Welcome to the University of the Philippines, shaping minds that shape the nation.
Wow!
Agad din yung nakita mga bagay na kakaiba.
Wow! May kuryenteng tricycle! Wow! Meron ding LRT! Ay, ba't siya tumigil? Wow! Meron ding... Asan yung bowling alley? Anyway, wow! Meron ding sunflowers! Sarapin kasi natin!
Iskay, isuko mo na ang sunflower mo.
Ah, sandali po, wala akong flower!
Makusasyak din ang ating bida sa mga tipo ng tao na kanyang nakasalamuha.
The Gorian Puree.
May mga konyo.
Ay! Ano? As an excited freshie, ano talaga? 6:45 nagising ako! Tapos 10 a.m. pa class ko! Tapos dormer din ako!
May mga gwapo. Show it up. Start working like mine.
Ay! Ano yan? Ay! Ay! Siya! Paminta!
May mga seniors.
Hi! Kami ang seniors. At wala kayong pake kung mataray kami sa iyong mga freshies. Kayo na lang laging priority sa CRS eh.
Tama. At wag kayong magkakamaling tanongin na naman kami kung saan ang PBA o kaya yung GYM. Kasi masasakay lang namin kayo sa ikot jeep. Kasi iiyak kayo pag lumabas siya ng campus. Walang makapigil sa amin. Manahimik ka.
Kasi pag lalakbay ni Iskay sa eskwela, isang bonggang ko din kanyang nakita.
An scholar ng band must always uphold honor and excellence with academic honesty and with no fraudulence and harm to the university. Aba!
And then nakaisip si Cecil De Hoya na, sige, babasahin ko, mag-move kayong dalawa, yung dalawang members namin nun. And then, yun, nagawan nila ng bagong art form na tinatawag na tuladula. So, yun na yung pinaka-basic niya. May isang reader, may dalawang mover. Noong panahon na yun, straight na poem lang yung binabasa nila, which is the basis for what we have now, yung classic.
Pero narrative poem siya.
Narrative poem, oo. Which means like, dapat may nangyayari sa kanya. Kasi ang theater, kunyari, ang play naman talaga, or kahit anong pinapalabas sa teatro, dapat meron siyang kwento. Ganun. So, hindi lang siya basta binabasa na tula. May kwento siya.
The typical length of the Tuladula runs for about 10 to 15 minutes and it was brought to different parts of the country. Tuladulas were being performed even by theater groups in Baguio, as the art form slowly gained acclaim and recognition. During the 2000s, UP Rep produced the first full-length Tuladula, which was entitled UP Nang Ina, and the organization continues to produce Tuladulas every year, all addressing national issues.
Kung dati straight na poem lang siya na binabasa na narrative, ganyan, nung 90s kasi nagkaroon ng, kumbaga, tinatawag namin pagko-contemporize ng Tuladula. Kasi, parang
pinasukan siya ng commercials.
Commercials, ng pop culture, kumbaga. Yun. Well, not to say na walang pop culture yung mga pinakauna, pero parang mas naging wacky lang siya na, mas naging mas comedic, mas comic siya, mas naging fast-paced, gano'n.
To attract more audience.
Oo.
naman natin kung ano ang tingin nila sa atin.
Bakit pa ba natin papansinin kung ano ang tingin nila sa atin?